Hello everybody, welcome back to 366 Days of Hope. My name is Pearl and I'm here to share our next topic, which is, are couples able to set boundaries with each other? And the answer is yes. Even in your relationship, you are going to have boundaries. Those boundaries are going to differ depending on things in terms of respect, right? So those are boundaries, what you allow your spouse to do or don't do that you feel crosses the line for you. Those are things that you're going to have to discuss, and this is where open communication is so key in your relationship. It could be boundaries in terms of like how you want to be treated. Those are important boundaries to set, and to have expectations on what you feel comfortable and letting the other person know what is comfortable for you. This can also apply in the intimate parts of your relationship as well. What you allow or don't allow. Those are things that you have to be able to have those open communications with. I know it's hard, but I think it's so important to be able to sit down and have an open, honest discussion about the things that make you feel respected, make you feel loved, things that they might do that's a habit of theirs that might end up causing some frustration that you need to figure out or maybe set a compromise to. That is an important part of, having a relationship, is being able to discuss what are your expectations and being able to meet in the middle with those expectations. Sorry, lots of gnats outside. So I hope that it encourages you to kind of sit down and have an open discussion and hopefully be able to approach it with love and consideration. And if you're like, well, I don't exactly know how to approach it, or I don't know if I have boundaries with my spouse, that kind of seems weird to have boundaries. Well, I think everybody has boundaries, but maybe those are things that you haven't really discussed or tapped into, or you just let a lot of things slide. But I think it's good to have discussions. Like I remember at one point where I think my husband and I, we were talking and I said something in public that I didn't think was an issue. And he said, sweetheart, it kind of makes you look bad when you dictate something to me. He's like, I just want you to know that's how it would appear, especially to men, and how they look at it this way. He's like, so I would appreciate it if you are conscious about not doing that in front of others. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that, and I didn't know that that was going to be a big deal. He's like, yeah, he's like, it kind of makes you come off as bossy and the one in charge. He's like, I just want you to respect my boundaries and our limit of, what I feel when I feel respected. Like, this is my limit for me. So it's like, I had to meet him in the middle and say, okay, I recognize what I did. I'm going to make sure that I don't do that in the near future. And I'm conscious and conscientious about having done that. So that's something we can do for our spouse. So one, they will feel respected and they will feel like they're being listened to and have been heard and understood. So all of these things are really important in our relationship. So just kind of like our relationship spiritually with God, when we're in our intimate relationship with Him, we want to feel heard, understood, right? And even when we lay all of our burdens down with God, He also has a boundary as well that we can't sit there and cross, because He gave us His commandments. He tells us those are His standards, those are His limits, those are things that He wants us to obey and abide by, those principles. And so that's important to Him, and we have to show that respect. And so every individual, even in an intimate relationship, we have boundaries. So I hope I answered that pretty well. And with that said, may you live, thrive, and be healthy. Take care, guys. Bye.